The morning sun spilled through the tall windows of the Willow Creek Military Base Visitor Center, casting golden streaks across the polished floors. It was a crisp Saturday in April 2027, and the place hummed with families snapping photos by old tanks and kids pressing their noses against glass cases filled with dusty metals. Among the crowd, 22-year-old Private Ryan Carter adjusted his phone, live streaming to his 60,000 followers. Fresh out of basic training and itching for viral fame, Ryan's cocky grin and restless energy made him the kind of soldier who thrived on attention. "What's good, everyone? Checking out the base today," he said, his voice low but buzzing with excitement as the viewer count ticked up. In a quiet corner, far from the chatter, sat 42-year-old Clara Bennett. Her graying hair was pulled into a tight bun, and she wore a faded M65 field jacket, its olive green washed out by years of wear. Around her neck hung a gold star lanyard, marking her as family of a fallen soldier, though the real story behind it was a secret buried deeper than most could imagine. Her fingers brushed a worn patch on her sleeve, an eagle clutching lightning bolts, the letters VSAR stitched in faded thread. Clara came here every Saturday, always at 9:30 sharp, to sit in the same leather chair and stare at the memorial wall across the room. It was her ritual, a silent promise to ghosts no one else remembered. Ryan's stream was picking up steam, comments flooding in as his audience egged him on. Then he spotted Clara. "Yo, check out this lady," he whispered, zooming in on her solitary figure. "That jacket's giving stolen valor vibes. Who just chills in a military base looking like that?" The chat erupted. "Call her out. Fake uniform alert. That patch looks sketchy." His followers surged to 80,000, and Ryan felt the rush of a viral moment brewing. He strutted closer, phone steady, ignoring the faint tug of doubt in his gut. Clara didn't flinch, but her posture shifted subtle, like a coiled spring. Years of training most couldn't dream of had sharpened her senses, and she felt him coming. "All right, chat, you're hyping me up," Ryan said, his confidence swelling as the viewer count hit 100,000. "Let's see what she's got to say about that jacket." He stopped a few feet from her, phone angled to catch her face. "Excuse me, ma'am," he said, his tone sharp with youthful bravado. "Where do you serve?" "That jacket's raising some eyebrows." Clara stayed silent, her eyes fixed on the granite wall etched with names. The chat went wild. "She's ignoring him. Total fraud. Make her prove it." Ryan's face flushed as her silence stung his pride. "Ma'am, people are calling this stolen valor," he pressed, voice hardening. "That's a big deal around here. Care to share your service record?" The tension spiked when Ryan, goaded by his 150,000 viewers, made a reckless move. "Hey, I'm talking to you," he snapped, reaching for her shoulder to turn her toward his camera. What happened next was a blur of precision that left his audience stunned. Clara's hand shot up, intercepting his wrist with a fluid twist that used his own momentum against him. In one seamless motion, she rose, redirecting his arm with a technique so clean it screamed elite training. Ryan stumbled back, pain shooting through his wrist, his phone clattering to the floor, but still streaming. "What the hell?" he gasped, clutching his arm as the crowd froze. The camera caught it all from a low angle. Ryan's shocked face, Clara's calm stance, and the gasps of onlookers. The chat exploded. She just owned him. That was Special Forces level. "Who is she?" Clara glanced at the phone, her expression unreadable. "Turn that off," she said, her voice low but commanding, like someone used to giving orders in life-or-death moments. "Some stories aren't for your entertainment." A security guard rushed over, but instead of confronting Clara, he knelt by Ryan, recognizing the kind of skill he'd just witnessed. Within minutes, the clip was everywhere, racking up 600,000 views as military personnel shared it with hushed awe. That's not normal. That move was straight out of advanced combat training. By noon, the video had reached Colonel Marcus Tate, the base's administrative officer. At 47, Marcus was a man obsessed with control, his office lined with awards and photos of him shaking hands with Pentagon bigwigs. He was weeks away from a cushy D.C. promotion, and this viral mess threatened his carefully curated image. "This is a circus," he growled, straightening his pristine uniform. "We're shutting it down." Meanwhile, General Nathan Brooks, a grizzled 62-year-old with decades of command experience, watched the clip in his office. Something about Clara's movements and that VSR patch sent a chill through him. It stirred memories of a mission so classified it was a ghost even to him. Operation Viper Strike, authorized in 2009. The patch shouldn't exist, not on a civilian, not on anyone alive. Marcus stormed into the visitor center first, his presence demanding compliance. "Ma'am, I'm Colonel Tate, in charge of security here," he said, voice dripping with authority. "We need to discuss your actions and their consequences." He saw a civilian troublemaker. General Brooks, arriving moments later, saw something else. His eyes locked on Clara's patch, and his face paled. "VSR," he muttered, memories flooding back of a 7-person team sent into hell with his signature on the orders. Officially, they'd all died, their bodies unrecovered. Yet here was Clara, alive, her skills undeniable. In a moment that silenced the room, General Brooks snapped to attention and saluted Clara. "Ma'am, it's an honor," he said, his voice thick with reverence. Marcus sputtered, "Sir, she assaulted a soldier. We need to remove her." Brooks cut him off, his tone icy. "Colonel, this woman's connected to operations beyond your clearance. You have no authority here." The power shift was seismic, and the crowd felt it. In Brooks' office, Clara laid out the truth. "Operation Viper Strike, March 22nd, 2009, she began, her voice steady. "You authorized it, General. 7 of us went in. I'm the only one who came back." She placed a battered radio on his desk, its scratched casing holding a recording from that mission. "Our commander abandoned us," she said, her eyes boring into his. "He ordered us left behind to save his own skin, then lied, saying we were overrun." She played the tape, and Marcus' voice, younger but unmistakable, cracked through the static. "Mission scrubbed. Return to base. Leave the team." Brooks' face drained of color. The commander she spoke of was Marcus Tate, now colonel, built on the blood of her team. Clara had waited 18 years, gathering evidence, living as a shadow to expose him. Marcus was set for a Pentagon post, untouchable unless she acted now. "He's been promoted on lies," she said. "Tomorrow's flag ceremony, 500 witnesses. That's where justice happens." Brooks nodded, his anger matching hers. "He'll face a court-martial." The next morning, the base gathered under a clear sky. Ryan, humbled, stood among the ranks, his wrists still sore, his arrogance gone. General Brooks took the podium. "Today, we're at an 18-year wrong," he said. "Sergeant Clara Bennett, sole survivor of Operation Viper Strike, stands before you." Gasps rippled through the crowd as Clara stepped forward, her jacket no longer a relic but a badge of honor. "My team died because our commander abandoned us," she said, her gaze locking on Marcus in the front row. "That man is Colonel Marcus Tate." Marcus unraveled, shouting, "This is nonsense. Where's the proof?" But Clara held up the radio, and his voice betrayed him again, echoing across the parade ground. His face crumpled, his denials useless. Brooks stripped his insignia in front of everyone, each pin a symbol of stolen honor. "You're relieved, pending court-martial," Brooks said, his voice final. Ryan approached Clara later, offering a folded flag. "I deleted the video, ma'am." "I'm sorry." She nodded, accepting it. As the crowd saluted her, a child's voice broke the silence. "Mommy, why's everyone saluting her?" The mother's reply was simple. "She's a real hero, sweetie. The kind who doesn't need a uniform." At the memorial wall, Clara touched the newly engraved names of her team. "I kept my promise," she whispered. "You're home now. What secrets do military records hide? Who else has been erased to protect the guilty?" Drop your thoughts below. Would you wait 18 years for justice, or take it sooner? Like, comment, and subscribe for more stories that uncover the truth.